Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with some more Touch Detective Rising 3. In the last episode we received a letter from the gnomes. Also we have found a ball. What, you're not going to touch it and add it to the list, Mackenzie? Look at all these things that you could add to your list and you're choosing not to simply because you did so in previous games. Anyway, we received a letter from some gnomes, and we're trying to find out if anyone else can make any sense of that.
What is it?
Gnomes? Do you know anything about gnomes?
I don't know if it's gnomes, but I have seen something curious.
Can you tell me more, or are you just going to cliffhang me on the word curious?
Recently, I've been meeting a self-proclaimed doctor in the forest for medicinal herbs. With an H, it is pronounced herbs. It is not herbs. It's not epic rap battles of history. It's herbs.
Self-proclaimed? I'm just going to ignore the rest of that tangent.
In the forest, I saw some small, nimble shadows.
Oh?
You'd think it was squirrels, right? I thought so too at first, but there's something different about them from ordinary small animals.
Really? I did not think we would get this much progress from talking to you.
Really, if I couldn't sense that, I couldn't be a fortune teller. In the end, I don't know what they really are, but they're definitely not local wildlife.
Thanks. Also, once again, it having been a year since I recorded the episode before last, I don't know if I've voiced her at all in this series, and if so, what voice I gave her, so we're just settling on chain-smoking ? What about mecha fungi?
Fungi turning into a machine? You're such a strange girl.
I've been insulted a lot today. What about moving garbage? Garbage?
Do you know about the moving garbage? Oh, the rumor about garbage moving on its own? Utterly ridiculous, how unscientific. You are a fortune teller!
Forgive the presumption, but I mean, what you do is inherently unscientific. I'm not saying that it's not worth believing in, because there is something to be said for spiritualism and tarot readings, and there's that thing that my mother has done in the past where, like, you hold an object and you can see stuff, and, like, it's not clairvoyance, it's the other thing, I forget what it's called. So just because it doesn't adhere to the principles of science doesn't mean to say that it can be written off. But having said that, you are a fine one to talk about scientific. Thank you, Mackenzie. Okay.
Come again, I'll tell you a fortune if I feel like it.
Come to think of it, I must have voiced you in the before times, because we asked you about Benang. Well, here, have a postage stamp. Everyone thinks it's interesting, but no one actually wants to read it. Anyway, in the last episode we got a bunch of leads, and we just got a surprising bonus of leads. Well, how about the candy shop first? Hi. Aren't you the guy from the planetarium in the first game? I don't remember. Do you know about gnomes? Or mecha fungi? We just don't know. You have nothing to say other. Another shiny! Please let me take the shiny. Am I going to have to remember that the shinies exist for later in the future? 3 fun coins just for looking at a bin. The log is in the bin. I don't even know what that was a reference to when it was originally referenced. Can we... I was going to say, can we touch the balls? And you know what? I'll own that. We're out here touching balls. Okay, Grandma Garlic.
Welcome, dearie. Would you like to play?
Talk first, because I don't know what your deal is.
My, is that so? What a friendly girl you are.
Gnomes?
You know about gnomes? Gnomes, is it? Are you looking for gnomes, dearie?
Yes, that's why I asked.
I also looked for them when I was a girl.
Did you find any? I have to know.
No, in the end I wasn't able to meet them.
I see.
It's because gnomes are so very cautious. It seems they won't show up unless you recite a secret incantation.
They asked us for my help. They asked us for my help. But they're not going to... I'm doing that thing where, like, you know when you grab your face in, like, exasperation? So they want to see me, but only if I meet their bizarre standards, which I must have already met for them to think of me to send me the letter in the first place. Granted, they sent it to the Great Detective Society rather than me personally, but still. What about mecha fungi?
Fungi, is it? I've never heard of such a thing.
Maybe it's a fungurine? My deductions led me here. By which I mean, Antoinette led me here.
But I only run the lottery, you see. I don't actually know much about the prizes.
And what about moving garbage?
Moving garbage, is it? I have heard the children talking about it.
Have you seen it?
I haven't, not even once.
Is that so?
Oh, speaking of garbage, I hear that many towns are getting stricter about garbage separation. It seems that people came to our town to dispose of garbage that wasn't collected. Awful, isn't it?
Now, I am curious. What is the deal with the fungurines? Because this is apparently just a whole side shoop that I never knew anything about. Ah, yes. There's the draw, the fusion, and apparently it's been explained to me before. In that case, I think I'll save it for one of the bonus episodes. By which I mean an episode in which we go to the bonus episode, which is the between chapters thing, which I didn't do after chapter 1 because it felt like we wouldn't have been going for long enough, so I feel. Anyway, Cromwell, are you still hammering the nails and... Yeah, okay, so just had to make sure that, like, that wasn't something that we were specifically waiting for. So let's head to the forest. Oh, good. Dr. Left wasn't a one-off character. But anyway, small shadows, gnomes. Are there any gnomes here? Or is it just... Ah, another shiny! Everything is distractibly shiny today. And we still can't collect them. I know we're going to have to eventually. Ooh! Cash money, or simply shmoney. A bunch of people wearing dish with shish shirts. Okay, fine, let's have a chin wag, and then Knuckles the Echidna will Google what a chin wag is. Oh, hello, young lady. Is someone sick again? I'm itching to put my skills to use. No, sorry. But gnomes, on the other hand. Do you know about gnomes? Gnomes. I've never seen them myself. But they were seen around here. Really? Well, small, nimble shadows. I don't know if they really were gnomes or not. Now that you mention it, I did see small, quick shadows a few times. Whether they were gnomes or not, there certainly seems to be small creatures living in this forest. Yes! Were they gnomes, it would be good if they were gnomes. Can they please be gnomes? In retrospect, they did seem somehow different from ordinary wild animals. I believe they were around that bushy area. Not touching that one. Okay, I'll have a look over there. In the meantime, first of all, moving garbage, do you know anything about that? I have heard rumors, but most likely the people in town will know the details better. In other words, don't ask me about this, you're wasting my time. And you're half robot. What do you know about my compartner? So compatriot, partner, compartment, all rolled into one word. Back up, Fungi. I feel like I've heard that somewhere before. Try to remember, please. Half of your head is a brain, which sounds like it should be a compliment, and it isn't. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember. Well, I suppose we'll just have to suffer then. Well, we were told to go one way, so let's go completely the other. So many footprints. So little Fife. Which I think is in Scotland. Maybe there are things to touch and feel around here. I mean, we probably got everything that was touchable in the previous... Like, in the previous case, I suppose, is the clearest way of saying it. So...
I'm probably just wasting time.
So what's going on in here, if indeed anything? So, this machine hasn't been confiscated or dismantled or... Well, you're triangular. Clearly you're gnome hats. So this is just going to sit here undetected. That's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word I'm looking for? Unsupervised, I suppose, is what I'm looking for. That's just going to sit there for a hot minute then. There's just going to be this illegal factory chilling in the woods. Alrighty-roo then, what's happening around the bush? The mighty bush. Are there any gnomes here? I guess not. Let's try looking somewhere else. Over there, maybe. Like perhaps this bush. Or this potato. Nailed it! No help from Fungi? Are there any gnomes here? I guess not, unless... Something moved! A gnome?
No? What? Are you talking about me? You need glasses, girlie?
I do have bad eyes, but I've heard this voice before.
Well, that's fine then. Feast your eyes on the sight of Friday the Freeloader!
Returning from the second game, and very fitting for the Greg voice. Friday! Long time no see.
Yo, haven't I seen you somewhere before, kiddo? What you doing in a place like this?
Looking for gnomes? I would have thought you'd be able to infer. I mean, Friday, you are a smart entity. We've been new. So please, infer.
Gnomes, huh? Haven't seen any around here lately.
You've met gnomes?
Of course I have. I played with them a lot back when I was a brat.
Where can I meet them then?
Oh, they used to live around here way back when. I guess they moved on.
Oh, well, too bad. Oh, right. Do you know the secret incantation? It's a good thing that we went to see Katrina.
Secret incantation? What's that?
I need it to be able to see them, apparently.
What are you meeting them for?
I want to help them. I think they're in big trouble. We sort of received a letter the size of a toenail.
Big trouble? What are you talking about?
I got a letter asking for help. It's the size of a toenail.
It's not going to lie, Early. A gnome's letter would be so tiny you'd never be able to read it. Crimes!
I can't go that high anymore. Look, Friday, just... Funky, please step aside so I can hand him the toenail.
Oh, this sure is a gnome letter. Let's see. We've heard the Great Detective Society has many sharp minds, so we decided to write this letter, blah, blah, blah. Please help us, Becca Funky. Okay. We beseech you, yeah. Hey, this is really serious.
You believe it?
You need to hurry up and help them.
And the incantation?
Oh, right. Okay, listen carefully. I'll say you the secret incantation. Mr. No, where are you? Bring me a knife as dull as glue. Bring me a fork with tines askew.
Pee pee ho ho. Pee pee ho ho. I needed to complete it, and that's the best I could come up with. I can't title the episode that, but I would. Okay, so we need counterintuitive cutlery. Duly noted. We could tell Penelope. At this point, it probably becomes clear that I am, as true to my word, I am playing this blind. So Penelope.
Mackenzie, what's up?
Where gnomes might be.
I think those probably live in the forest. Stone tables and a roof of leaves. Maybe something like that. They must be surrounded by nature.
I see. About your banana stand, by the way.
Let's see. When I went to get a banana, I dropped it by mistake. And then it went bang and clang.
That's completely unhelpful.
And so I put it outside my door, but before I knew it, it was gone.
And when did it disappear?
I don't know. Like I said, it was gone before I knew it.
Was it gone before you put it there? Beatrice might have cleaned it up, even though we've established that she hasn't.
But Beatrice doesn't like to clean things up. She wouldn't do something like that.
That's true, as we confirmed in the previous episode. So, this wasn't where we needed to be, but we nevertheless still got some useful... Can I talk to you? You might secretly have been a gnome the whole time.
Who is it?
It's Mackenzie.
Sorry, my hands are full at the moment.
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Gnomes!
Please. Where do they live? Gnomes?
You don't know?
Are you serious?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think they exist.
Well, that's rich coming from someone sounding like Pinkle. About your garbage, which is a great way to lead a conversation.
What do you want to know?
Has it ever disappeared?
Oh, that? It's strange. Everything I was going to throw out is completely gone. But is that kind of lucky?
I'm just not going to waste my time asking you about,
No problem.
I'm not going to bother. Can we go anywhere else? Because there's this, which looks like the forest as... I think it was called the forest in the second game. But there's also this up here, which again looks foresty. Did I need to be here the whole time? Can I question the onion? Friday, do you have any further advice? Well, I would, but I'm still a little bit light on details. Well then, where do we go? Where do we go? What do we going? Oh, Dover has arrived, apparently.
Yum yum, today's cake is great.
Excuse me.
Do you know about gnomes?
I'm steadily losing my mind. I've just spent about 5 minutes just wandering aimlessly because I didn't know where else to go. And I happened to bumble upon Best Boy. So smooth. Wink. I've been on Tumblr.
Oh, blimey, gnomes? There ain't no such thing. In the first place, I hate all them tiny things, especially fleas.
Yeah, we are familiar with the story. It was fleshed out in the first game, in fact. What about mecha fungi?
Mecha fungi, I ain't never heard of it.
Okay, well thanks anyway. Moving garbage?
Moving rubbish? Of course I know about that. It's the talk of the town. I saw it myself just this morning.
Tell me?
Yeah, sure. I remember it like it was yesterday. You just said it was this morning. I just so happened to wake up early. I knew I'd oversleep if I didn't get up.
Big mood, can relate.
But on the other hand, the cake shop wasn't open yet. I ended up going to the park to polish my artistic skills. Naturally, I was performing the Frog Prince,
like in the first game.
I was putting all my energy into hard practice, so I began to nod off in the middle of it. Anyway, that's when I saw it. Some rubbish strolled right past me.
I'm losing the accent. Weren't you just half asleep?
Don't believe me? That's that other guy. You know, he's always jogging there with the pale, clammy skin.
Finally, the game acknowledges that all of the adults who aren't interesting are zombies.
He was there at the time, so I know he saw it too.
Okay. Well, it was a privilege to talk to Best Boy.
Oh yeah, about your friend.
Which one?
Yeah, the one famous for awful mischief.
Again, that does not narrow it down.
She picks on that old bird a lot.
On Beatrice? That must be Chloe?
Ah, that's the one. I told her this story too. She was right eager to catch that moving rubbish. Maybe she's already captured it. Haha!
Probably not. I mean, it is Chloe after all. And just to be safe, Antoinette, do you have any further business? Apparently not. Well, you had delicious cake, and maybe it was waiting for you, but you gave it to Dover instead. Big sad face. Okay, we could go back to the park now. Hooray. Hooray.
Why are you asleep?
Chloe, famous for her mischief. Well then. Huzzah, it's a seesaw. I'm not going to dignify that thought with a response. Another shiny. Everything's everything. What's this? Another tiny bit of metal. Can I ring the ding ding? Can I ding ping ping? Can I pee pee hoo hoo? Hear about gnomes?
Is this such a rude thing to say out of the blue? When speaking to someone for the first time, do it like this.
Hello there, I feel like we've met before somewhere.
Indeed we have. I always see you here when I'm out doing my shopping.
My, how strange. I feel like we've been talking for 7 years.
So do I. And concrete pipe. Can I touch the pipe? I can touch the pipe. Can I touch the hula hoopy disco pants? Pictured here, the hula hoopy disco pants. What about the plaque? No? Okay. Well then, Joggy Boy. Hey, can you tell me about the moving garbage? What's that? I've never seen or heard anything about that, anything like that. But someone said it happened here this morning. Oh.
I didn't see any moving garbage, but I did see some moving refuse.
Christ on a bike, people like this. It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Garbage sounds really bad for your health, but if it's just refuse, that doesn't sound so bad, right?
Sure, it's faster to just agree, even if I don't. Well then, I suppose that just leaves Chloe, but I think we're getting up on time. So in the next episode, we'll talk to Chloe, Jitter apparently, and yeah, we know how Chloe is. She's probably going to take some sweet of our time. So I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons, and in the next episode, we'll deal with her!